Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your monthly moon update. Welcome everyone. If you are new to me and my channel, I do a moon month update every month. I draw some cards and runes as well for all zodiac signs too. And I give you a rundown of everything that is happening in terms of the influence of the moon for the coming moon month. And we always begin a moon month with the new moon, which is literally happening now. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the overall flavour, some of the bigger planetary dynamics that are going on that may be affecting you right now. Then I'm actually going to read to you from the Manifest with the Moon journal, because the learning and the teaching and the wisdom of the tribal moon information and the Celtic tree lore is so relevant to what's happening right now, and I think it would just be a really nice start to this video. We'll then look at the cards and the runes for the sort of global energy of the month, and as I said, I will then draw for every zodiac sign. If you're interested in my big all zodiac sign readings, they're actually on another platform. I post them on Patreon. It's a very different platform. There are no advertisements in any of the videos, and I also do tutorials over there. It works on the basis of donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish, and thank you to all of you who are over on Patreon. Your donations actually help me to maintain my free online library, which is all about psychology and emotions, and it's a totally free resource. It's there for anyone that needs it, so do check that out if any of these things are of interest to you or singing to you. So that is what we are going to do. I think without further ado, I'm going to shift the camera down. Actually, first of all, before I do, I will just check in on something that is to do with the global energy. There are a ton of the bigger planets, the outer planets, in retrograde at the moment. But I have a list. Let me just grab my list. I'm going to read these to you. Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Jupiter and Uranus. All the big players out there are currently in retrograde. So is Mercury, but Mercury stations direct with this new moon, so kind of now. The bigger planets tend to bring what I would call much more in-depth, pervasive kind of change, bringing things to the surface that need to be slowly but surely shifted, adjusted, realigned. Big, big, big lessons. So you might be finding, even if things are moving in your everyday world, there may have been a few hiccups in the Mercury retrograde energy. They certainly have in mine, all sorts of IT problems. But all of the retrograde energy is really designed to assist us to slow down and observe and see what needs to be adjusted or course corrected. With the bigger outer planets in retrograde, so many of them, we really are finding, I think, that the layers are being peeled back and we're being shown things at depth. You know, we're not on surface level change here. We're seeing things at depth that we need to know about in order to create conscious change. And I think it's really helpful to have that overview. Otherwise, we can really get entrenched and bogged down in things that just feel like they're not moving forwards, or as if you're kind of, I don't know, trying to wade through treacle. It can really have that flavour about it. With Mercury shifting into a forward motion, we should begin to see things pick up in September, and we are moving into eclipse season as we come into October. So real opportunity for big dynamic changes to happen, and quite fast. So we're in a moon month where we're building up to eclipse season. It's almost like we can start to use this retrograde energy in anticipation of the changes that we want to make with awareness, so that come October, the dynamics are there to kind of almost like put fuel in the tank, and we can put the throttle down and actually really fast forwards then. So I think it's worth just holding that overview as we approach this moon month. So let me shift the camera down. You can have a look at the cards that were globally drawn for this period of time, and I will read to you from the journal. So what we have here are the cards that were drawn in the Manifest with the Moon diary, the cards and the runes for each of the months of September and then October. What we see in September is the card of Ground Yourself and Inner Dialogue. Inner dialogue comes with the rune of Othella, separation. So this is about letting go, as we peel back those layers, letting go of any limiting beliefs, inner dialogue within our own mind that is actually holding us back, releasing those things. And I think we can also expect, or we have been seeing, I think personally, during September and all of this retrograde energy, and with Venus, who is now moving forwards, but Venus was in retrograde, Mercury about to shift again forwards. There's been a lot of internal work. The rune of journey, Rado, is also about doing the internal work. Events showing up in our lives that cause us to have to evaluate, to journey inwards, remove any inner blocks to our progress. So we're kind of free to shift and move forwards. And this is this sort of shift between the September energy and the October energy, as we then begin to move forwards towards our next moon month, when we're then in eclipse season. Ground yourself is really about having an anchor. So if things are a bit topsy-turvy or not running smoothly, we remain grounded and we recognize that whatever is happening with purpose, and we're being shown things that enable us, even if they're pressing our buttons, to journey inwards, remove those obstacles, not repeat patterns, and then get ready for this forward motion. We then have giving and receiving with the rune of Kano, openings. So this is about finding clarity of direction. And Berkana is the rune of growth. It speaks of new beginnings, the opportunity for a new phase of sort of evolutionary growth, and indeed manifestations on a daily level in our world. And this is here with the card of take a risk. It says step out of your comfort zone. Feeling safe and secure is a wonderful experience, but if we remain in our safe zone for fear of change, we create a limiting and restrictive environment that can ultimately lead to stagnation and the loss of our creative potential to manifest our greatest contribution in the world. Let go of fear and take a risk. And this is about giving and receiving, making sure there is a flow of energy in your life, a balance. So we're seeing a really distinct shift between what I would call the September evaluation energy, with lots of journeying inwards. I'm not saying there hasn't been progress. Indeed, for many there is significant progress, but it's coming alongside heightened levels of awareness. And that's the real key here, I think, with the September energy. As we move into October, we're seeing this shift into this space where we really are being asked to begin to kind of plough forwards with an awareness of kind of like the bigger picture, the recognition that what we do today has a lasting effect on the future, not just for ourselves, but for other generations. So let me now read to you from the Manifest with the Moon Astro Moon Journal. I've not done this before in these moon monthly readings, but I'm going to today because it feels very relevant. So this is September, October time. This is what we are looking at. The last 2 weeks of September and then the first 2 of October approximately. So this is the 9th moon phase. It's the 9th new moon of the year. It's governed by the tree law of Hazel and also the 9th clan moon mother, setting sun woman. If any of you are interested in the tribal moons, the work, I can highly recommend the work of Jamie Sams. Brilliant writer. I'll see if I can list some books actually in the description box for you, because I really think her work is outstanding. This is my sort of, I suppose, my quote, but this is my summary. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, with every phase of our soul's evolution, we live, we learn, we grow. Stronger and wiser, building a future worthy of generations yet to come. That for me is the summary in my own writing of the kind of energy shift from September to October. So I'll read that again. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, we're letting go of things. With every phase of our soul's evolution, we've been digging deep. We live, we learn, and we grow stronger and wiser, building a future worthy of generations yet to come. The energy of Hazel supports the learning of this lunar cycle, bringing wisdom and inspiration through the magic of divination and prophecy. And these teachings align with the values and learning that come from setting sun woman, who is the keeper of tomorrow's goals and dreams. For me, this period marks a culmination and a turning point of the growth and evolution from the year so far. And as I process and move beyond the extraordinary healing and the depth of learning gifted in the previous lunar phase, areas of discord that may have previously held me back are now finding closure, and like an internal harvest of renewed potential, little by little, clarity of direction filters into my mind. The teachings of Setting Sun Woman honour soul growth and invites you to walk tall and speak your truth, beautifully aligning with the lessons and attributes of hazel. This is a remarkable tree. This tree teaches us that we can rise again. Recovery and growth are not only possible, but we can come back with a strength and a vigour that surpasses any previous expectations, and with a straighter purpose and a clearer direction. This is a little tree of mighty energy. Hazel understands the true nature of giving and receiving. Interesting that this, you think what I've just said, you know, these were the cards totally randomly drawn for the diary, giving and receiving, and Kano, the rune of openings, clarity of direction. Back to my reading, my apologies. A little tree of mighty energy. Hazel understands the true nature of giving and receiving and the value of community. Resilient and durable, this tree knows when to push ahead, when to ease, and when to bend. In my personal experience, sitting with this tree in meditation will put you in touch with your intuitive abilities and bring you creative solutions, showing the best way to respond at any given time. Magic beyond belief. Whilst I know that there is always more work to be done in the ever-evolving spiral of life, right now, as peace of mind increasingly comes more readily, I find myself humbled in gratitude for all that I have and mindful to consider my future desires carefully, with an awareness that can stretch beyond my own lifetime and into the lives of future generations. With a profound sense of internal peace, I look forwards and I anticipate the dreams and the promise of the future yet to come. So these are my musings, my writings in my journal for this 9th moon phase. And these are the cards drawn for September and October as we shift from one calendar month to the next. So my beautiful souls, I am going to draw cards now for every single zodiac sign. My bigger readings, the extended readings, will be continued on Patreon, but let's move on to those readings, and then after that I will give a rundown of the entire moon month and the incoming lunar energy. So beautiful souls, without further ado, I shall move on to the readings for all zodiac signs. Hey Aries, welcome. Now the cards we're drawing today, and indeed my bigger readings, are for anyone with your sun, your moon, or your ascendant in Aries, or if you have any number of planets. Now I'm actually going to just cut your tea leaves first. I'm going to take 1, 2, and 3, and then move those back out of our way. We have 4-leaf clover, Aries. Wow, great good fortune. We have wind chimes, peace and harmony, and wreath, sorrow over a loss. That is an interesting collaboration of cards here. I'm going to bring these here for you. Let me move my beautiful angel up there. Put this card in here. Great good fortune, sorrow over a loss. Let's just draw from the ArchAngel Power Tarot pack as well, my beautiful Aries. What's happening for my Aries? I'm actually seeing this card really showing itself for you. The Chariot, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. I'm seeing this card, literally that one there for you. Strength. Gosh, big cards coming through for you, Aries. Strength, Archangel Ariel, strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. And lastly, it's actually, there is a card just, it was not that one, it was literally, it was that one there that was speaking to me. Knight of Michael. Strong, committed, intellectual, diligent, time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. Okay, So my beautiful Aries, this is quite a dynamic time, and we are heading towards eclipse season, but it is a dynamic time where we're peeling back layer by layer. I actually feel for you, my beautiful Aries, that the level of change is really, really working in your favour here, okay? I think some things are shifting and moving forwards in a very dynamic way for you very quickly. But I think in the process, you're going to be cutting a few ties, cutting through some cords. Now, on the one hand, I think Aries, there are massive shifts forwards, and I see you moving literally in leaps and bounds through this moon month. I sort of feel like there's also some deep cords that need to be cut. So you may actually be experiencing, particularly with the layers peeling back, some things coming into your world that are showing up because they need to be let go of, my beautiful Aries. But truly, your cards are really suggesting a significant move forwards during this moon month for you. Let's draw some runes as well. Your first is the rune of breakthrough. Well, you don't get more dynamic than that, to be quite honest with you. Your second is the rune of signals, signs, signals, synchronicities. And my beautiful Aries, movement. Gosh, things gathering momentum, things happening, the bettering of any situation. I feel for you, Aries, the overall message, and obviously in my bigger readings I will explore this further, but here on YouTube, there is a really clear message for you, Aries. Beautiful souls, I think this is a very dynamic moon month for you. If anything shows up in your world that feels as if it is asking to leave, or it's suggesting that it's not working for you, then trust, let go gracefully and move on. I would venture to say move on pretty quickly. Don't give it your airplay. Don't dwell in it. Move on. Because there's something here about you shifting from a place of seeing things clearly whilst simultaneously taking action. And I think for you guys that will mean potentially moving away from certain things that are no longer working for you, certain things that are not resonating with you anymore. That is how I am seeing your moon month, my beautiful Aries. But I feel like all the luck in the world is with you. Everything here feels as if it's dynamic, it's happening. And of course, you know, we are in reality moving towards eclipse season. And, you know, we have a full moon in Aries. So the energy is very primed for you, Aries, in terms of showing you exactly what you need to see in order to be empowered to move forwards. In a moment, I will be, after the readings, doing the moon month update, where I go through every phase of the moon for this moon month. Aries, I think it's worth you checking it out. If you're someone who normally just checks out the readings but isn't necessarily tuned into the moon month influences, I think it might just pay you to do so. This is very dynamic. I feel the energy works for you profoundly well, but it's fast-paced. I want to say, Aries, fasten your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt and be prepared to take charge of the steering wheel as well, because you've got a turbocharged moon month with the potential to really do something with this energy. Stay strong, committed. Time to move quickly. Determination, self-control. I think this is for you, Aries, a happening month. Anything that isn't resonating, honestly, super souls, just drop it and move along. And your world is moving, and if it's moving fast at a fast pace, fab, because it's going to work for you. I feel like everything that happens is almost as if the universe is orchestrating itself on your behalf. Aries, I think it's going to be a super fab month. For any of you who would like a more in-depth connection, do join me on Patreon for those more in-depth all zodiac sign readings. Tons and tons of love, Aries. Okay, my beautiful Tauruses, the first thing we are going to do is take some tea leaves out for you. You have table, hard work ahead. You have ant, work, achievement, success. And you have tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. Okay, Taurus, so what are you up to during this moon month? Let's also draw some Archangel Power Tarot cards as well and see what we are shown for my lovely Tauruses for this moon month. What do we have for my lovely, lovely Tauruses? We have solutions, new beginnings, and the star. Taurus, this is lovely. This is really, really lovely. I am seeing you work for something. I am literally seeing you work your way through something, processing something in this moon month, sorting something out, finding some kind of an inner resolution from within you. Very interesting, Archangel Zadkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. New beginnings and the star. This is all about hope, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. We've also got forgiving coming through again, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Now, we do know that there is an incredible level of potential shift taking place in this moon month, moving from a space where there's been a lot of peeling back of the layers, looking at things, opportunity to look at things in order to shift, in order to become empowered, to let go of things and to step into a space of the new, which involves taking a risk, stepping out of your comfort zone. I actually do feel, my lovely Tauruses, that although some of this, for some of you as a general reading, this could be an actual work situation, my feeling as I lean into your reading is that it's much more to do with an inner process of work, of something you've been working through to the point where you arrive at a space where you can step into a new beginning, like properly. You know how sometimes we kind of dip our toe in the water a little bit, whatever area of the world that is for you. It could be work, it could be some aspect of your personal life, it could be some element of your social life. But whatever it is, I feel like you've perhaps dipped your toe in the water. It's like this table. Hard work ahead. Stable as a table. That's what I keep hearing. Stable as a table, like keeping yourself steady, staying on track, dipping your toe in the water, testing the waters. That's what I feel I'm seeing here. Testing the waters, moving into new territory. This is what I'm seeing. We've got kind of mountains in the background here and mountains here and quite a rocky landscape here as well, even in the star. I feel you're moving through and beyond something, my beautiful Tauruses. That's what I feel. Let's draw some runes for you as well. Okay, so your first rune is movement. This is lovely. It's the bettering of any situation. It's something moving forwards. Manas, the rune of movement. Sorry, Awaz, in fact. I apologise. Manas is actually the rune of the self. How interesting that I said Manas, the rune of the self, rather than Awaz, the rune of movement, and muddling them. Because I do feel this is quite personal. You know, whatever area of your life you're working through, or whatever area of your life this is manifesting in, I actually think you are processing something at quite a deep level. This is the rune of possessions, of nourishment. Fehu, this is a rune that speaks of ambition satisfied. It's very successful as a rune. I do feel there will be a successful completion of some inner workings that then manifest in your external world. And then we have the rune of flow. Yeah. My lovely Tauruses, I think in this moon month, as we shift from September into October, I think a lot of that deep soul-searching level of work is starting to really pay off. And it may feel a bit like you're creeping forwards, dipping your toe in the water, testing the waters, trying things out, but just remain steady, stable as a table, doing something risky, take a risk. Success. If you work at this, you're going to get there. This is really about you managing to actually physically move beyond something that I think previously has sort of been connected to something at an inner level. It's like it's starting to manifest and shift in your external world as well. And that is the biggest message coming through for you, my beautiful Tauruses. Whether you are sun, moon in Taurus, or rising sign in Taurus, or you have any number of placements. My beautiful souls, these are this is your main message, I think, beautiful Taurus. I will be doing my bigger extended readings on Patreon as always. You are welcome to check them out. But Tauruses, have an amazing moon month. This feels like you are finally starting to get somewhere and see real results. Hey, beautiful Geminis. Let's have a look at your moon month. What are we shown for my beautiful Geminis? We have flute. Oh my goodness me, disappointment in a friend or lover. We have lobster, financial pinch. Oh my goodness me, Gemini, we clearly need to look at cards for you, my beautiful souls. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. That's positive. Lovely. Okay, Gemini, what is happening for you, my lovely souls? Let's draw some Archangel power cards as well. I'm actually going to take those 3 from the top. What is happening for my beautiful Geminis? We have the moon, we have solutions, lovely, and we have the page of Gabriel. Okay, what I feel at the moment, my beautiful Geminis. Now we are in a zone where there's a lot of what I would call peeling back of the layers. I've spoken about this with these cards already, but that shift forwards as we start to see the energy move forwards with clarity coming through this moon month. What I'm feeling is that maybe it looks as if there has perhaps been maybe some additional financial outlay, my beautiful Geminis, that you weren't expecting. That's what I'm seeing. Could even be that someone did actually let you down, or somebody has needed something and you've tried to assist, but it's kind of left you feeling a little bit short. There's definitely some sense of things being a bit tight, being a little bit of unexpected expenditure is what I'm feeling. And that could be energy or it could be finances. Now, Archangel Haniel, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears and grow stronger. Archangel Zadkiel, solutions, success that comes from objective, compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. This card is coming out a lot at the moment. Page of Gabriel, energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. My beautiful Geminis, whatever this sort of pinch, restriction, difficulty has been, I do actually feel that there is an opportunity for you to regain charge of something. If your finances got a little bit out of control, to maybe draw in the reins and look at some creative financial solutions. But however things have been, whatever the pinch has been, whatever the, you know, maybe you were let down. Somebody offered to help you and you thought they were going to be there for you. And then at the last minute, they didn't show through and you were left feeling as though, how am I going to achieve this? A lack of energy or a lack of resources. Something hasn't run smoothly around you. What we're being seen here is the opportunity in this moon month to kind of address this, but it comes from you, interestingly enough. It doesn't have to come from an external source. I sort of feel like there is an opportunity for you to step up, you know, increase your efforts. There's definitely, this is one of those scenarios actually, you know, when sometimes you get a disappointment, and it's so easy with disappointment as an emotion to, gosh, just feel badly let down. I always feel disappointment is an emotion that we actually underestimate its positivity. We tend to see disappointment as, oh, you know, it's happened again, kind of thing. And it can really lead to a bit of a road of despair. Actually, if you really understand all of your emotions, even the difficult ones, as bringing you positive attributes, and I appreciate that may not be feeling that way, but truly, honestly, disappointment is like putting the brakes on. You know, I've written about this in my book, Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness. You will find the most challenging emotions in that book, teaching you how they affect your mindset, how to take charge of them, and how to literally turn them into a space where they become a source of empowerment for you. I mean, that's my counselling and psychotherapy background. Gemini, whatever this was about, whatever has been a challenge for you, within it, there's a gift. It's like there's a silver lining, because what it's actually done is created an opportunity for you to step up. And as you step up, it's like you become the bigger, better version of you. And what I'm seeing this month for you, and this is your message. We always look for a message of the month for you in this, you know, moon month. I am seeing, my beautiful Gemini, your message of the month is literally that you can achieve the successful outcome that you desire. This is a moon month for you to step up, not down. And whatever has caused a disappointment or a difficulty, the purpose of it, interestingly enough, was to give you a little bit of a nudge so that you would then step up. And you are going to feel so good about yourself for the stepping up. So whatever the disappointment, ultimately it will be one of those things when retrospectively you look back and you think, oh wow, do you know, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have done that. And it's like it boosts your self-esteem and it lifts you and it elevates you. And this is your message of the month, my beautiful Geminis. It really, really is. There is a call to action here for you. But it's coming from something that isn't feeling so great. So I'm so sorry that that's happened. But the outcome of this is the bigger, better, more amazing version of you. My beautiful Geminis, if you're interested in a more in-depth look at your moon month, you're very, very welcome to join me over on Patreon and have a look at my Patreon community. But otherwise, I wish you an amazing month of stepping up, because there's a really strong message here for you. Tons of love, my beautiful Geminis. Hey, my lovely Cancers, let's check out and see what is the message of the moon month for you. So let's draw some tea leaves. Okay, this is your first card, Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Chain of events that will affect your life. And Dog, protection that comes from a powerful friend. That feels really rather lovely. But let us inquire more. What is the message of the moon month for my beautiful Cancers? Let's draw some ArchAngel Tarot power cards and see. We have the World. We have the Chariot. Wow. Okay, these are big cards. These are major arcana cards. I'm seeing this card here too. And King of Michael. Principled, rational, ambitious, respected. I am seeing a need to potentially make a decision in some way here, my lovely Cancers. Something you're going to need to have to attend to something. Maybe you are already. It is kind of like a chain of events, literally. And you're going, I feel like you might be slightly drawn into something, my beautiful Cancers. I'm just going to draw some runes for you as well. So what is Cancer's message of the month? I do my more in-depth readings on Patreon, as I've already mentioned. You have protection, the rune of protection. That's lovely. Oh, you do have to make a choice or a decision about something. We have the rune of the spiritual warrior, discernment, and Othilla, separation, the world. A very happy ending, coming full circle. I do feel there's something going on around you that you need to sort of make some choices about. And it's probably connected to something you have a loyalty to, almost. You know, when you're, or something you're used to doing or you're familiar with. You know, loyalty can speak about our connection to friends and family, but it also speaks sometimes to sort of the routines that we go through, the stuff that is consistent, but sometimes we need to make a change. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Now, if you guys had a look at the overview of the cards, we could see there was a distinct shift as we move from September into October. Othilla, the rune of separation, is showing up twice here in the general overview and also here for you. Yeah, there is something, for some of you, this is literally an internal thinking pattern, connecting to this internal dialogue. But I do feel that there is a chain of events going on that is causing you to have to make a choice. Curiously enough, my lovely Cancers, I don't feel as though the choice you're having to make, I don't think you brought it into your world. I think someone else brought it into your world. That's what's really coming through here, but you're having to respond to it. You know, when somebody else's world, I don't know, goes astray or awry, or there's a problem, and then you are feeling like you have to then tune into this or pick it up or respond to it in some way. And your reading is really saying, look, navigate through your intuition. Be very thoughtful about the way that you engage with this, because I sort of feel in some ways it's not entirely your responsibility. And I think you sort of know it's not your responsibility. This is a bit like when a friend is I don't know, is in trouble, or they have some unexpected expenditure or something, and they would really like you to assist them. And your lovely nurturing Cancer energy sort of thinks, well, should I, shouldn't I? Because it feels like there is a chain of events going on, and it has an effect on you, even though you are not ultimately, it wasn't you you weren't the cause of the events, as it were. It's like external events. I mean, I'm using just one example. In your runes, the rune of protection, this is a rune, Algiz, that speaks of being in charge of our emotions, making sure that we're not emotionally reactive. You know, I almost would say, you know, there's a difference between being emotionally reactive to something as opposed to being intuitively responsive. So it's kind of like, listen to what's really going on. Recognize that there is a chain of events, that one thing has led to another, that's led to another. And with protection here and protection, whatever the choice and the decision that you are facing, my beautiful Cancers, and this is your message of the month, your message of the moment that's coming through for you for this moon month, as we shift very powerfully from a lot of deep diving inquiry to a place where things start to move forwards, and we head towards eclipse season, which is almost as if we're in preparation for the next spurt of personal growth. I actually think you will need to make some choices. It's not entirely black and white. I think there's more than one way that this scenario can move forwards. I feel like I want to say phone a friend. Talk it through with someone that you trust. Talk it through with somebody and say, look, this one thing has led to another, it's led to another, it's led to another. Here I am. I've got to make some decisions and some choices, and I know that I have. What would you do if you were in my situation? Or can I just run this by? Can I bounce it off you? Can I have a conversation with you? This is really what we are being shown for you, my beautiful Cancers. You're not alone on this. This is about thinking it through, recognizing in a responsive way, an intuitively responsive way, what the best course of action will be for you. But there's definitely choices and decisions to be made. That's the energy around you, with a lot of advice around how best to approach it. Obviously, what you do is up to you, because a reading is never telling you what to do. It's only a source of guidance, messages through spirit source coming through for you, and you have your own conscious free will and choice. My beautiful Cancers, this really is the message of the moment for you, with clear guidance. This is not something that you caused, but you will have to respond to it in some way. So, my beautiful souls, if you're interested in the more in-depth readings that I do, they are on Patreon. Do check them out. But otherwise, Cancer, I'm seeing a lot of positivity here, because it's not actually in many ways your responsibility. I think we're seeing a really positive outcome, a pathway to walk. It's a question of really just thinking about how best to navigate this, because it just does feel like you're on the end of stuff that you didn't necessarily actually create, and yet it's having an impact on your world. Beautiful souls, you're welcome to join me on Patreon if you wish for the deeper, more in-depth readings. Tons of love to you, Cancer. Hello, my lovely Leos. What messages are going to come through for you for this moon month? Let us draw some tea leaves. First of all, we have Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Well, how delightful. We have Bird perched, waiting for news package letter. And we have Dragon. Beware of self-delusion. What is this about, my lovely Leo? Okay, so what message is coming through for my lovely Leos for the coming moon month? You will be taken care of. Beware of self-delusion. May we have information for my beautiful Leos for this coming moon month, please? We have Three of Ariel. Do what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. And then Page of Gabriel. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Follow your passion again. Do what you love. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. I am seeing something very clear coming through as really your moon message, your moon month message, my beautiful Leos. I'm going to draw your runes first. So your first rune, you have the rune of strength. You then have the rune of initiation. This is Perth. And then you have the rune of movement. Something moving forwards. Okay. This is about terminations and new beginnings. Just look at what we see in these cards. I actually do feel you are in a space of literally creating something that is, and it's something of a dream for you. This is something you want to do. It's something you want to make happen. Now, this card is really interesting for me, the Dragon, my lovely Leos. Now, lovely Leos, you can be very, very confident, but sometimes you're not. You know, you can give off a sense of confidence, but that may not be how you're feeling inside. Yeah, because look at this box is opening and there's a dancer inside the box. How interesting, my lovely Leos. And in this tree, or it looks like a tree, but there's actually, can you see in the Six of Ariel? There's a balance going on. We've got a pot of sort of gold on both sides. It looks like pots of apples, but they're golden apples. What I think, my lovely Leos, is whatever you are doing, building, creating, something you love in this moon month, on the one hand, I actually think you're going to be given a gift or some resources or an opportunity, newsletter, a package, something coming to you that is really going to be beneficial to you. But what I want to say is use it wisely. This is the message that's coming through for you, my beautiful Leos. Use your resources wisely. Resources are coming to you to assist you. Whenever I get the rune of strength showing up in a reading, I feel like the universe has your back. You're doing something that the universe wishes to support, to move forwards, to make happen. And we are moving from a big shift of almost feeling like maybe you've been wading through treacle trying to get something off the ground or move it ahead, to the point where it then starts to shift and gather momentum. It's like this process of initiation. I think resources are coming to you, whether it's energy, time, being taken care of, someone looking out for you. Something is coming in to assist. And that's fabulous, because you're on track with something. It's really, really worth moving it forwards. It really is. It's like a little gem. It's not out in the open yet, but it's in progress. But my lovely Leos, yes, follow your passion, but whatever comes your way, use it wisely. This is a time to sort of be a bit thrifty with your gifts. It's like somebody offering you something and you think, oh, wow, this is amazing. I've got this pocket of money. That's fantastic. Oh, I know. I'll book myself a weekend breakaway. And actually, your reading would be saying to you, you've got this pocket of money. You're doing something important, so use it wisely. Don't spend it all at once. Don't do the weekend away at this moment in time, because you would be better off conserving your resources so that they can go that little bit further. What you're doing is right. What you're doing is going to gather momentum, and you are being taken care of, but use your resources wisely. Don't sort of delude yourself into feeling like just because some resources came to you that the same will happen next week and next week and next week and next week. I'm not saying this isn't going to work out, because it looks to me as if it's really, really going to happen for you. But in the present moon month, this is your message of the month. My beautiful Leos, in this present time, use the resources that come to you very wisely, because you need to make them last for the month. Then, as things move forwards and gather momentum, then you can have a rethink. And when the stuff starts to really come back at you, then you can do your weekend away, or even a proper big holiday or a safari or whatever, using that analogy. You know what I mean. You catch my drift. But use what comes to you wisely. That is your message of the month, my beautiful Leos. Lovely Leos, if you're interested in my bigger, more in-depth readings, you are very welcome to check them out on Patreon. Tons and tons of love to you. Hey, beautiful Virgos, welcome to your moon month drawing of cards. Let's see what is happening for you. What's the main moon month message? You have great happiness, harp. How beautiful. You then have dog barking, advice from a friend, and you have axe. Forces working against you. How interesting. What else do we have? Do you know, I'm going to keep these. I'm going to put them to one side, my beautiful Virgos. Let's draw some ArchAngel tarot cards as well and see what else we are shown. So we have King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. We have the Chariot. Do you know this card is coming through in so many of these readings, my beautiful souls? I just think the energy of shift and movement forwards is so powerful that we're kind of just seeing the Chariot show up in so many of the readings. It's just, it's there. It's the energy of shift and movement. And you have the Sun. How lovely. Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. This looks fab, my beautiful Virgos. What is this about though? Forces working against you. Harp, great happiness, advice from a friend. Let's move these cards down so we have a better picture of them. I'm very conscious we have these. I'm going to place them over here and draw some additional runes. Okay, so we have Hagelas. This is the Great Awakener, the rune of disruption. We have Berkana, the rune of growth. And then we have Perth, the rune of initiation. Okay. What do we have here, my lovely Virgos? I feel as though there is something that you will need to hold an objective viewpoint over, or assess or handle. It's definitely a point of growth for you, and I'm seeing you come through and out the other side. We've got great happiness. We've got a real element of joy and wonder coming through with Archangel Uriel. A shift, something I think that hasn't been flowing for you is about to flow. Something is about to arrive as a turning point. Advice from a friend. I think someone will assist you. Compliments from an admirer. Someone is coming between you and a friend or something you want. Wedge, frying pan, trouble accusations, and you will receive a gift. Right. Okay, my lovely Virgos. Now this is a generic reading, and this is your message of the month, and I will be doing my in-depth readings over on Patreon. But the clear message coming through for you, beautiful souls, is that, yeah, I do actually feel that something has caused a difficulty. It's like there's a strong sense of connection on the one hand with something that is actually really good, really thriving, really lovely, and yet also something simultaneously that's happening. I feel the two are linked, okay? Yeah, I'm seeing that there's, it's almost a bit like if you were caught between two groups of friends. For example, you have a friend and then another friend falls out with them or doesn't like them or something. And so accusations are made or things are said, almost as if you then feel as though it's like being caught, what's that saying, between the devil and the deep blue sea? Like you kind of want to be friends with both, but you can't, in a way it's quite difficult, as if you are stuck in the middle of something, or you're hearing a perspective from one side of the story and it's trying to influence you or get you to assist in some way. Then there is a wedge, there's a something. I'm seeing quite a polarity here. On the one hand, we've got great happiness. We've got, on the other hand, we've got forces working against you. We've got compliments and gifts, and yet you've got trouble, accusations, and this wedge. It's like there's two things, like two energies coming into your world simultaneously. It literally feels like, you know, you can take, there's a doorway to the light and a doorway to the darkness. There's one set means trouble and the other set is actually really, you know, delightful. And I feel as if there's a sort of a divide going on here in some way. Where do you sit with that? Now, this is a period of initiation. So this means there's a process to go through. I kind of feel like with all of the astrological energy, my beautiful Virgos, I sort of feel you are actually being shown quite a lot of information here, really, in order to then make really clear decisions to sort of get a bit discerning, really, because we're seeing a new spurt of growth coming in for you here, a new point of evolution, a new phase of life. This is very interesting. This is not the in-depth reading. I will be doing that on Patreon, but I am actually going to draw a couple more cards for you, just to see if I can get a feel of where this might be going for you, lovely Virgos. Bear with me, I will draw a couple more Archangel cards. I'm actually seeing just these two straight off the top. Right, okay, 8 of Raphael, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. Okay, lovely. And then we have the 8 of Michael, 2 8s. Wow. The 8s are really about taking charge, passing through. It's like this rune of initiation, passing through a gateway, crossing a bridge. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. This can indicate not seeing things clearly, but actually this is a confirmation of everything I'm seeing. Do you know, I was about to say, I feel like there are 2 doorways open in front of you. One is to the light, one is a bit of a darker pathway. It's like these sort of 2 groups of friends or 2 people who are pitted, not pitted against each other as such, but there's one element in your world that's really about happiness and light and joy, and then another that really is of a lower vibration. And I feel like you have got somehow caught in between. But you are being given a choice, and that's what this primary moon month message is about for you, my lovely Virgos. It's about making that decision and making the decision that's right. Do what you know is right for you. You know, you can be free. You don't have to be tied or held back by something that actually isn't okay. With Hagalaz, this rune sometimes literally says that something is no longer resonating with you. You sort of come to your senses, or you wake up to it. You can see it clearly, and you can see that it's not working for you, or it doesn't resonate with you, or that there's something here. Sometimes it can be a big event that shakes you up and wakes you up, and sometimes it can be something where you sort of slowly come to your senses and suddenly think, oh my goodness me, that doesn't really fit with me anymore. So that's the sort of flavour. And really, this is about making choices. So this moon month, or your primary moon month message, my lovely Virgos, is about actually making a decision here and really sort of freeing yourself from some form of connection that isn't actually that healthy, that's causing a wedge or a difficulty, or could actually be working against you. Something that's no longer right or fitting for you, my beautiful Virgos. Sweet souls, I will be, of course, doing my more in-depth readings on Patreon, and you are very, very welcome to join me if you wish. Tons and tons and tons of love to you. Hey, my beautiful Libras, let's draw some cards for this moon month. What are we shown for my beautiful Libras? So, Inkpot, problems to be resolved. Okay, my lovely Libra. We then have Cat, ooh, a two-faced friend. And we have August. Okay, now the time of doing this reading, we are now in September. I am wondering if this is connecting to a problem that arose during August that you're now having to deal with, actually, my beautiful souls. Problems to be resolved. There is something going on here. Let's draw additional cards for my lovely Libras. What's happening to my lovely Libras? I am seeing these 2 cards for you. So, my beautiful Libras, let us see. We have King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. The Sun, Archangel Uriel, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. And then we have 12 perspective, Archangel Chamuel. There is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Now this is very, very interesting, my beautiful Libras. So in many ways, obviously I do my more in-depth readings on Patreon, but what we ask for here on YouTube is really a message of the month for you. What I'm seeing is, I think something that happened in August, so we're talking recent history here, that's what seems to be coming through, has caused a problem for you. And I think we're seeing success, an inspiring success. It's a central card, the sun here. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So everything here in your reading, my beautiful Libras, is suggesting that you will come through this. You'll find the right solution. You'll find the way through. What I do feel is the solution may not be sort of exactly as you thought it would be. How interesting. We've got an acrobat here. Archangel Chamuel, looking at things the other way up. I mean, this is the card, I believe, of the Hanged Man, actually, in a traditional pack. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. I think you need to see something through a different lens in order to find your way through it, my beautiful Libras. Let's draw some runes for you. Okay, so we have the rune of Fehu. This is the rune of possessions. How interesting. We have the rune of Othilla. This is the rune of separation. It's also the rune of inheritance. It sometimes speaks about real property. And with this being the rune of possessions, I do feel there is something around you that connects to something quite solid and quite real. It could be your home, your family, or your possessions, something, especially with the castle behind you. Obviously, I'm here in the UK, but there's a saying, an Englishman's home is his castle. And there's this pathway here. You're needing to stand strong and tall over something, but it's also about standing in integrity. Holding that positive mindset. Now, possessions, nourishment. This also speaks of unexpected rewards and gains, things coming in a surprising way. And then we have the rune of gateway. Okay. Now this is about pausing and reflecting. There is something in your world, my beautiful souls, that requires you to actually literally stop and look at it. Actually, it's do you know what comes to mind, my beautiful Libras? It's that saying that it's not what happens in life, it's how you decide to respond to it that matters. Now, I'm actually going to draw a couple more cards for you, my beautiful Libras. This is saying life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So I'm seeing that there is an answer to the situation here. There's definitely an answer, but I think it involves thinking out of the box in some way, shape or form, or doing something differently. It could even almost be a letting go of the way that you would normally respond to something. You know, if our buttons get pressed, we can instinctively respond in a particular way, and it's as if this is about teaching you to respond with a greater degree of reflection and perspective. A different perspective, a different lens. I will be doing obviously much more in-depth readings on Patreon for you. But for your message of the month, excuse my chuckle, but this card is coming up in so many of the readings today. It really, really is. So your message of the month, I just want to find out a little bit more for you, Libra. I'm chuckling because this card keeps coming up. This is a moon month of shift. It literally is. As we move from September into October, we head towards eclipse season. Very powerful for you guys, Libra, because, you know, we have an eclipse in your sign and it's such a powerful turning point. I sort of feel you might end up moving in quite a different direction because of the circumstances that are going on. I actually think it might open up a new direction for you. That's what seems to be coming through. Yes. Page of Gabriel, energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Okay, whatever happened in August, and I do feel it's really recent. I feel this is going on around you, but it's from August. There is a need to somehow separate either from the situation or from the way that you are currently looking at it, to pause, to reflect, to review, and then to move forwards, but potentially in a different way, with either a different mindset or potentially even in a completely different direction. It may be that this has happened because you need to course correct, and this is coming along to assist you in that course correction. And that is what we're seeing here, my lovely Libras, for your moon month. Your moon month message, the primary message that's coming through for you, is really saying, look, we're seeing success, we're seeing the power of positive thinking, we're seeing something happen, but it's going to be possibly in a different shape or a slightly different direction to the way that you thought you would be proceeding. But there is actually real benefit to this. I think something possibly needed to be tweaked, course corrected, or shifted. All the sand here, it's like the deserts of the sand shift. I'm seeing these sand dunes, literally when the wind blows, massive landscapes literally change. The whole landscape can change just because of a sandstorm. And I feel this is sort of the energy. It feels like there's been a sandstorm. It started in August. I think by the end of this moon month, you're going to see yourself coming through and out the other side of it, but probably in a slightly different way to the way that you thought you would be. Beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. If you would like to tune into the more in-depth readings on Patreon, you are very welcome. But your message is very clear, my lovely Libra. You will come through this out the other side, but I think the solution will be different to the way that you thought it would be. A different course correction or a different direction or simply a different method of handling something. Beautiful Libras, tons and tons of love to you. Hey, my lovely Scorpios, let's see what cards are shown up for you for this moon month. So beautiful, Scorpios. You have Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. How lovely. You have Broom, new home, new attitude. And you also have December. Okay. So there's something about spring cleaning, regardless of the time of year. Now, we have the card of December. I feel, although this could have a reference for some of you to the month of December, I am doing these readings. It's the September into October moon month that we are looking at here. But I sort of feel like there's a sense of a shift maybe taking place between now and December. We are heading into the equinox time in the northern hemisphere. It's the autumn equinox. In the southern hemisphere, it's the spring equinox. And I feel maybe there's a shift moving through to a new phase of life, something unfolding, new home, new attitude. But what we see is that you are being taken care of, perhaps at a time when things are feeling a little frozen or a little frosty. I feel this is coming through with this card. May we ask for more information for my beautiful Scorpios, please? I am seeing these two cards coming through. We have Peace. Oh, this is lovely. Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. This is like spring cleaning. Let go. It says let go and let God, but I feel it's like let God handle this. Let God take over. Let God show you the way. We then have the Four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change. Extremes in how you save or spend money. And then also Five of Raphael. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. Okay, So my lovely Scorpios, something is departing your world. That's what I am seeing, whatever this may be. It could be a person, it could be a job, or I don't know, even just a phase, one chapter coming to an end and a new one beginning. But you're in a shift where something is being let go of. And really you're reading your moon message, your moon month message, your primary message, which is what we really look for here in these readings. We're looking for, you know, the most important message for Spirit to give you for this moon month. And what we're seeing is a real sort of like spring cleaning, a letting go of something, letting the spring back into your life. Letting that turning point happen, letting that evolutionary process take place. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. There's actually something better coming. There is a more enriching future coming to you. Beautiful Scorpios, it feels as if there is a shift or a change or a something that is needing to depart your life, and maybe a part of you is slightly holding on to it when actually there is something so much better coming in. Your first rune. Your first rune is the rune of Gateway. This is really, really interesting because the rune of Gateway really advises us, or asks us, invites really us to pause and to really evaluate, to notice, to be aware, to recognize everything that led us to the point we are in today, and to see everything as beneficial, even the difficult things that have happened, because they have helped you to grow. And then in that space of gratitude, we can step through the gateway. We then have the rune of Journey. Yeah, I do actually feel this is sort of a rune that is speaking to me of the inside and outside elements of journeying, because sometimes it refers to literally an internal spring clean where we go inside of ourselves and we remove any inner blocks and obstacles. You know, I was about to use my word blobsticles, which is a mixture of blocks and obstacles. I will say it then. Any blobsticles to your progress. So I do feel that that's what this is asking, that there's an internal process to be sorted or cleansed, cleared, spring cleaning, in order to then journey ahead, to move forward. Some of you may actually even travel. Very interesting. We've got buildings showing up here and a house here. Some of you may even be relocating. If you are, it looks to me as if it's really right to relocate. It's going to open up so much better a future for you. We have the rune of fertility. This is interesting because this rune requires completion of beginnings. So something needs to be concluded in order to then fertilize the ground for your own deliverance, to move something forwards for the new harvest to begin to emerge and be sown. Scorpios, what I am seeing, my lovely, beautiful souls, is a moon month of transition where you really are being invited to embrace the change, to embrace the move, to embrace the shift, and not to cling to anything that appears to be wanting to depart from your life because it's come to its natural conclusion. And this is your primary message. It is very, very clear, my beautiful Scorpios. Let it go and move on. There is something so much better coming. And of course, as we shift from September into October, and then we move into the next moon month when there is the eclipse season, it is highly likely that things can then happen very, very quickly in terms of moving forwards for everyone, for all of us. So my beautiful Scorpios, I do feel this is a very clear message for your primary message for this moon month. Beautiful souls, you're very welcome to join me for the more in-depth readings on Patreon if you wish. But my lovely Scorpios, Have an amazing moon month. This is really a time when you're going to be taken care of, and this move is bringing something that is so much better for you. Tons and tons of love. Hey, my beautiful Saggies, let's draw some cards and see what is happening for you this moon month. Your first card is Horse. It says short journey, which is a possibility. I always associate horses with power, moving forwards. We have Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. And we have Egg. Ooh, success assured with good plans and hard work. Well, my beautiful Saggies, this is looking rather beautiful, optimistic and fun for you. Maybe some travel involved, perhaps. Maybe traveling to hang out with friends. I feel like this is like a nest egg, something, a golden egg, something very loaded with potential. That's what's coming through. Something loaded with potential that is really worth investing in, my beautiful Saggies. Perhaps assistance to empower you in some way. Let us draw more cards for my beautiful Saggies. We are asking, I guess really what I ask for in these small readings is for the most important moon month message for you. I do my in-depth readings on Patreon, but really this is like, what does Sagittarius, our beautiful Sagittarius, need to know for this moon month? What's the most important thing for you to be aware of? Let's have a look and see what we have here. 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. I'm seeing you open the gates to something. I've got to say, I don't blooming well believe it. Okay? Because if any of you are checking out these readings, and especially even if you're on Patreon and you're looking at the extended ones, this card is constantly coming out for so many signs. All this is going to do, I just have to voice this in a really big way, it reinforces for me this incredible shift of energy that is available for us all at this point as we move from September into October. As we approach eclipse season, there's an incredible shift of energy with this new moon in Virgo, very powerful new moon where the energy is primed for sort of evolutionary shifts, particularly at a time when so much is being brought to the surface. Beautiful souls, do, after these readings, do check out the moon month energy, because it is really interesting. I cannot believe it. This is absolutely amazing. The Chariot comes out again. Wow. And then we have 8 of Raphael. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Okay, my beautiful Saggies. What do we see here? There's an opening right in front of you, lovely Saggies. It's like this golden egg. It's like a seed that has already been sown. And with good plans and hard work, this is really, really going to emerge. It can really move forwards this moon month. Really move forwards. What I do see though is somehow there's some element of resistance around you, because we've got this card 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. So we're being shown that for some reason, even though this golden egg is right in front of you, you're not actually sure as to whether to cross that bridge or not. And yet here it is. It's like this is glittering with gold here. Lovely stars, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. It's as if there's something else that is slightly shrouding your energy. Your circumstances, your energy. Very interesting that my association with horse is always about power. And power, really, empowerment, is power over ourselves. It's not power over others. And the horse is, for me, a symbol of power. We still measure our engines in horsepower. And we have bamboo behind this horse as well. Can you see this? Bamboo is prolific. There is something that you can invest in prolifically that will grow prolifically into that nest egg that you would love. But you've got to put the time in. You've got to put the plans and the hard work into it. And I feel as if, I mean, it may be that there is a journey that you have to go on. Maybe there is something in the way or something else you have to attend to. But I do feel it's as if you're being asked to sort of, I'm trying to get my really focus on this. I feel like you're being asked to plough ahead with something while simultaneously making sure that you kind of stop and have a cup of tea, really, at the same time. And it feels like a really bizarre contradiction to sort of chill out, sit down with a mate, have a cup of tea, nip down the pub, have a pint, whatever that means for you. But, you know, have a cup of tea to sort of, it's like these little pockets of time in between a lot of busyness. That's what I feel you're being asked to do, to somehow keep, there's something you need to keep in balance here. Let's draw your runes. We have Hagelas, the rune of disruption, the great awakener. Okay, so there is something around you that's not entirely resonating with you. This rune sometimes literally does speak of something that doesn't resonate with you, or you see something for what it is. And I feel like you're being asked to shift your focus away from, you know, remove yourself, journey away from something that doesn't sit with you. It's something you used to have a loyalty to. I'm seeing the dog here. There's something you used to have a loyalty, or you sort of feel that you ought to have a loyalty to it. Do you know one of those, I'm going to say, the inappropriate shoulds and shouldn'ts? Do you know what I mean by those? I think the shoulds and the shouldn'ts in life, sometimes there are some really good shoulds and shouldn'ts. Like, I should be a decent person, I should be an honest person, I should have integrity. Those are nice shoulds. But sometimes we have shoulds and shouldn'ts that are around a sense of loyalty and obligation, but maybe to something that isn't really right for you anymore. It doesn't resonate with you anymore. The rune Sewello of wholeness is a rune that actually suggests there is a particular pathway you must follow, or you should follow. There's only one way to go. There is a bridge to cross here. And I feel like you have to make a decision for yourself, and it's a decision that liberates you. So that should actually work for you, my beautiful Saggies. And if you need a bit of help, there's a friend, a mate waiting there, a buddy of the same sex, a proper good buddy who will sit down over a cup of tea and support you in walking that pathway. And then we have the blank rune. This is loaded with possibility for you. My beautiful Saggies, there is so much opportunity here in this egg to build that nest egg, to invest in something, this golden egg, this amazing opportunity. There really is something fabulous right in front of you that is worthy of your full attention, with the opportunity for pockets of having nice cups of tea with friends as well. But this feels like it's a phone a friend. Keep your focus, keep your own empowerment where it needs to be, investing in something that is worthy of investment. There's something around you here that you had a loyalty to that actually isn't really right for you anymore, and it's time literally to cross the bridge. Open the gates to freedom. As you cross that bridge, you are literally stepping through gates of freedom. You're moving to something new, different and better. And this is so, so clear. My beautiful Saggies, this is your moon month message. This is the primary message, the thing that Spirit wishes to really give to you for this coming moon month as we move from September into October. Take a risk, step out of your comfort zone, invest. Step into the direction that is worthy of your investment, bringing in a future return. My lovely Saggies, this is your primary message. If you're interested in my all zodiac sign readings on Patreon, you are very welcome to check them out and join me over there. Tons and tons and tons of love, Saggies. Have an amazing moon month. Keep focused. This is going to happen for you. Hey, lovely Capricorns, welcome to your reading. Let's have a little look and draw cards for you for this moon month. What is happening for my lovely Capricorns? We have Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. We have Horse, short journey. And we have Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Okay, that's a rather interesting mix of cards, my beautiful Capricorns. So we are seeing a triumph over something, but we're also seeing, gosh, maybe, I'm going to venture to say there could be some interruptions in your world. With the short journey card here, period of frustration. Let's draw more cards and see what else we are shown for my lovely Capricorns. What is happening for my beautiful Capricorns? Do you know, certain cards, my beautiful souls, are coming out in so many of these readings. I'm finding it really, really uncanny because there's clearly such a profound energy going on in the world in terms of things that we're being shown, decisions that we're making about those things, and the opportunity for major shifts and moving things forwards. And the cards are consistently the same cards. Certain cards are coming out consistently. I'm seeing these two for you, my beautiful Capricorns. Find it astonishing, really, quite remarkable. Decision. What have I just been saying? Decisions to be made, seeing what we need to see. So you have King of Michael, principled, rationale, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. In reality, my beautiful Capricorns, you're actually quite good at being quite clear about things. It's one of your beautiful traits where you're able to be really, really clear and really evaluate. So something is calling for honest and open communication. There is a decision to be made. Release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. And then we have 9 of Ariel. Your dreams are fulfilled, hard work leads to great success, a love for the beautiful things in life. Well, that is a phenomenal shift. I feel like you're moving from a position where you almost feel like you're frustrated, you're trying to see the way forwards, you're trying to stand your ground on something, you're trying to be solid and clear, and yet somehow there's some element, it's as if you sort of know what you want to do, and you sort of know the pathway that you want to unfold, but simultaneously, my beautiful souls, simultaneously you are not 1000% confident about it. It's kind of like you know that something should happen and could happen and would be right to happen, and yet there's like this element of self-doubt. I want to point something out that is really standing out for me. In this cage here with the doves, I'm seeing the symbol. Can you actually see that? There's like the symbol just here of Capricorn, in the way that sometimes people write it. You know, the V and then the little squiggle to one side. I mean, I'm guessing that's part of the way that this cage is made. It's as if you're needing to release yourself. I find that remarkable that I'm seeing the sign of Capricorn within the bars of the cage. I think you have the power to shift this. I think the power is sitting with you, with this horse as well. It's kind of like if you're able to see the lessons that are currently being shown to you, you'll be able to move this forwards. That's what I'm seeing. You'll be able to triumph. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. I feel like for you beautiful Capricorns, the hard work isn't just physical hard work. It's overcoming some element of internal an internal lack of self-confidence about something. You know what you want and you know what you want to go for, but finding the confidence to ask for it, finding the confidence to believe that you have the right to even ask for it. It's this kind of flavour. This is the moon month, I feel, when there's something going on around you, and this is the message of the moment, I suppose. In many ways, as you know, I do my larger all zodiac sign readings on Patreon, but these readings that I do here on YouTube in the moon month, they are all about really what is the most important message that Spirit has for each of the zodiac signs for this moon month, for the coming month. What is it that you need to know about? And I think for you, my lovely Capricorns, it's really honouring the fact that you can achieve the thing that you're hoping to achieve. It's as if Spirit is honouring the fact that the problem sits within you, in your lack of self-confidence, or this element of self-doubt where you're fearful of asking for what you want and sort of caging yourself, keeping yourself trapped. And actually all you have to do is open the door, believe that you can, and make a decision to ask to receive what you want. And then this is the giving and receiving, taking the risk, stepping out of your comfort zone, asking for what you want, getting rid of the inner dialogue, the inner self-doubt that says, gosh, I won't get it, it won't come to me, I won't get a response that I need. Anchor yourself. Step out of your comfort zone, ask for what you need. And it's a bit like releasing the door of the cage, and therefore you are free to move forwards. And we are seeing significant success coming from this sort of internal piece of work, as it were. My lovely Capricorns, this is most definitely your message of the moment. Let's draw some runes for you as well. We have the rune of Gateway. Ah, lovely. We have the rune of Sewello, Wholeness, and we have the rune of Flow. This is lovely. This is such an affirmation. Gateway really does ask us to press the pause button and review. Just really take a look around you. Look at where you are, how far you've come. You absolutely have the right and entitlement to ask for what you need. There's an element of releasing of something, and therefore walking the pathway that you know that you desire and that you want, and everything then comes into flow. It is like this release. As you release that bit of self-doubt that says it won't work out, and then it does, it's kind of like you get the confirmation of the universe, and it feels very, very healing, actually. A lovely, lovely healing shift in the energy. You move forwards. I always see horses as connected to personal empowerment. My lovely Capricorns, thank you so much for joining me for this reading here with this really the most important thing that Spirit wishes to tell you about the coming month. And if you're interested in my bigger all zodiac readings, you're very welcome to check them out or come and join me on Patreon. Tons and tons of love, beautiful Capricorns. It is so lovely to read for you. Hey, beautiful Aquarius, let's draw some cards for you. Now, in these readings, we tend to ask, or I ask really, for the main message of the month. What does Spirit want you to know about for this moon month? So your first card is Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Aquarius, this is fascinating. And four-leaf clover, great good fortune. Okay, my lovely Aquarius, what is happening with you? Let's draw some power cards, some Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'm seeing this, and also this card for you. How fascinating. Depression, anxiety, that someone is against you. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. Now, this is incredibly interesting, given that this moon month is starting with a new moon in Virgo. The dynamics are all about holding that higher vision, that higher perspective, the vision of the world that would leave a legacy for future generations, that is worthy of future generations. Aquarius, uphold exactly these values. So I think this is really interesting, but there is great good fortune sitting with you here. Let us have a look and see what we have. We have Archangel Michael, the World, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Okay. Page of Gabriel, energetic, brave, optimistic, playful, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Oh, and then 9 of Raphael, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. I truly, truly think, my beautiful Aquariuses, that the biggest message that's coming through for you for this moon month is whatever you are pioneering is a word that comes to mind. Go for it. Don't hold back. Don't be diminished by other people's perspectives. Don't be held back by other people who either wouldn't wish to invest in what you're doing, or, you know, whatever people's views are. This is sort of about stepping away from that place of worrying about what other people think and really, really holding to what actually matters to you. It's so, so clear, your reading. Let's draw runes for you. Okay, your first rune is the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities. Be very thoughtful of signs and synchronicities that you're shown, because you know when we have that kind of gut feeling that someone doesn't really agree with what we're doing, or however that is, signs and signals will be shown to you as a confirmation that you're on track. This is what I'm really, really being shown here. Literally lighting the way here. Then we have possessions, nourishment. This is like ambition satisfied. Opportunity for excitement and adventure. Ready for a challenge. Ready for any challenge. We have your last rune, Hagalas, disruption. This is the Great Awakener. I actually think that this rune is really telling us that you're going to become quite wise to what's actually happening. I'm seeing a shift in your perspective, in your awareness. That's what I'm seeing, my lovely Aquariuses. A shift in your awareness, a recognition that you can do this. You may even find, with 9 of Raphael and this dog Loyalty sitting here, this beautiful dog, you might actually find that just when you were sort of thinking that there's something you're doing, just when you were thinking there's something that you're doing isn't going to happen, that nobody will back it, nobody will come. It's like having a party and then thinking no one will come. And then suddenly, not only does someone phone you up and say, can't wait for that party, what can I bring? You know, or I've got XYZ, can I bring this too? Or I've just started a catering business, can I come and do the catering for free because, or at cost, because I'd love to test out some recipes. And suddenly you realize that what you're doing, whether it's something as personal as a party or something much, much bigger, you know, to do with your working world, or something that feels like a small happening, but it's a big event for you. Whatever this is, I feel like you suddenly realize that actually there are people who believe in what you're doing. There's a shift. That's what I'm seeing. You're shown something. There's a sign. Someone gives you something or validates something or gives you a quick ring to say, oh, I can't believe you've set up that group. I can't wait to come. So sorry I couldn't come last week, but you know, I missed it. I hadn't seen the poster, or I didn't get the email. There's a something that hasn't felt as if it's quite got off the ground, and it's caused you to step into a place of worry and concern. This is what I'm seeing, my lovely Aquariuses, and what we're seeing is the shift. So something taking place that returns you to a place of faith and belief in what you're doing, the signs coming in, something in real terms coming in as well to validate what you're doing. And it sort of alleviates the unease and kind of wakes you up to the space of possibility that actually this really can happen. And that is what I'm seeing. This is your main message, my beautiful Aquariuses. If you are interested in the bigger, deeper, more in-depth readings, my beautiful souls, I will be doing them as always on Patreon, and you are very welcome to come over and check them out. But my beautiful Aquariuses, this is the main message that's coming through from Spirit for your next month. Tons and tons of love to you, my beautiful Aquariuses. Hey, beautiful Pisces, let's draw some cards and find out what the main message is for you from Spirit for this coming moon month. Pisces, you have Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Okay, we have Rat. Someone working against you behind your back. That is not such an easy experience, my beautiful Pisces. Let's see what else we have. Harp, great happiness. Okay. Gosh, so much interesting energy around for this moon month, and so much shifting away from that peeling back of the layers, seeing things that aren't always easy to see, but nevertheless the positivity that comes from them within the learning, and also the empowerment to make choices and decisions that are very wise. There's a lot of this overall energy coming in. Let's draw more cards for you, my beautiful Pisces. My lovely, lovely Pisces. What do we have? Six of Michael, the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. It does say relocate or travel, but let us just check on more information. I'm seeing these two for you, my beautiful Pisces. For some of you, there may be some form of relocation. We then have, gosh, these are big, big cards. Very strong energy around you. King of Michael, wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stand in your integrity. Stay in your integrity. There's a situation here that is calling for honest and open conversation, communications. But we have a happy ending. Coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. This is literally the kind of overall flow and energy shift that we are seeing. Beautiful souls, do check out in a moment the overall moon month, because there's a really, okay, there's some spiky bits of energy as we go through the moon month, but it's all about seeing what we need to see and shifting and moving through and beyond anything that is kind of not working for us anymore. So someone against you behind your back. I sort of feel like there is for you guys a circumstance that just feels like it's a bit out of your control. What I also see is it's kind of now behind you. It's like the worst is behind you. You've kind of, I feel like you've been trying to navigate a storm, but it's a bit like, I don't know, let's say you were steering the ship. So you're at the tiller of the ship, or at the wheel of the ship, at the helm, and you're doing your utmost to steer through this storm, but somebody else is down in the engine room and they're in charge of the engine. So even though you're trying to steer the ship, somebody else is deciding whether the ship's going forwards or whether there's enough energy there for it to move, or whether it will suddenly surge forwards, or whether it'll ease off. And so it's like you're trying to steer a ship without full control over it. And that's what I feel I'm seeing here. Now that is now behind you. That is now behind you, and I feel there will be a turning point in this moon month. This is what we are being shown as the, let's say, the most important message for Spirit to bring you for this moon month, moving from September into October, that there is a transformation. You will be wiser at the end of it. You will be you'll be wiser, you'll be more aware. I don't think it's just that you'll develop more wisdom, but I think you will literally be wise to it, as it were. You'll be aware of it. You'll be wise to what's going on. So stay in your integrity, and there will be an opportunity, I think, to bring about some form of resolution. Whatever has been going on, I think you've had an inkling about it. I think you've kind of had some clues, and your gut feeling has told you that something is trundling along in the background, but you haven't really known. And I think this is the point where that sort of space of not knowing is going to be behind you. You'll be able to see forwards, and you'll be able to see forwards and kind of have agency, because you will now be aware of what the real choices actually are, and you can have those conversations. And we are seeing a very happy ending here. So this great happiness coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight, my lovely Pisces. So there's a lot of reassurance in your reading, really, in terms of what has been going on. Let's draw a rune for you. We have the rune of movement. This is the bettering of any situation and a situation moving forwards, unquestionably, which feels really good. We have the rune of partnership, okay, and then we have, this rune keeps coming up. I can't believe how many cards are consistently coming out in these readings, and also this rune, Hagelas. This is the rune of disruption, but it's also the rune of the Great Awakener. It's a bit like Uranus. Your main message is very clear, my beautiful Pisces. Something has been going on, and you're now, basically, you are going to become wise to it. And because you're wise to it, in fact, with the elephant, do you know, elephants actually sometimes will put obstacles in a pathway in order to create a diversion, so that the herd will see the obstacle and steer in a different direction. I actually feel that behind you, someone has been, it's not exactly misleading you, okay? I don't really see a sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't see a genuine misleading and misrepresentation in a sort of an ego way or a desire to hurt kind of way. I just see somebody doing stuff that ultimately has caused a blockage and caused you to have to re-steer in a different direction, and it's taken your time and energy. But I think you become wise to this, and you're actually able to start to make really clear choices and decisions. It's like finding agency, stepping into your own power and sort of saying, do you know what, I'm wise to this, I'm not really operating like this anymore, and bringing a few things to a space of completion. I feel as though there is another individual involved here. The rune of partnership does tend to indicate another person. It could be a partner, it could be a business partner, an intimate partner, a friend, a manager, a colleague, a family member, a somebody, but it is generally another person. So I feel there is a connection to another person who hasn't really been supporting you. I mean, that's the sort of difference, isn't it, between someone setting out to sabotage you. I don't see someone sabotaging you, but they're also most definitely not supporting you, even if that's sort of part of what should be the deal, really, somehow. So I think this changes, and you become quite wise to this. You see what's really going on, and from that position of wisdom and solidness, you're actually able to bring something to a close, and this creates an opportunity for a definitive shift. And this is the main message that's coming through for you, my beautiful Pisces. Beautiful souls, you're very welcome to check out the bigger, more involved, in-depth readings on Patreon if you wish. But however we look at it, my beautiful Pisces, I am sending you all the love in the world, and I'm thrilled that you sort of regain your agency here. It really feels important. Tons and tons of love to you. Okay, super souls, I hope you enjoyed those additional cards and runes for all zodiac signs. Let's move on to the moon month overall flow of energy. Now, every moon month begins with a new moon, and depending on where you are on our beautiful planet, this for you will be either on September the 14th or the 15th. The new moon is in Virgo. Now I'm going to bring the timings up onto the screen for you so you can see exactly what those timings are. I do apologise, I can't cover every city on our beautiful earth simply because there isn't enough space to do so. But there's a good selection here and hopefully enough information for you to be able to work out what the timings are for you depending on where you are on our beautiful planet Earth. Now, the overall astrodynamics that support this particular new moon are absolutely primed to not simply sow seeds and to initiate new opportunities. This comes with every new moon. Every new moon is about creating a whole new space of new beginnings and new potential. But the dynamics here also help us to overcome and let go of any aspects of internal thinking patterns or attitudes and behaviours that involve self-criticism or procrastination. The lunar connections of this particular new moon in Virgo invite you to expand your perspectives, overcome personal insecurities, and discover and implement higher-minded solutions that consider a sustainable future with new ways of seeing, being, and doing, not just for you, but with a mindful consideration of future generations yet to come. So pretty amazing and powerful dynamics, and seriously connecting back in to those cards that I drew in the diary, in the Astro Moon diary for September and October, bringing this energetic shift. The moon then moves into her waxing crescent moon phase, and this runs from September the 16th to the 21st. The moon will pass through Libra, Scorpio, and into Sagittarius. The start of this moon phase begins with a super flow of harmony and balance. However, the lunar intensity does actually grow on the 17th, so if around this time you find your buttons are pressed, then listen up, because it's time to heal and rebalance. The lunar input supports constructive progress on the 18th, followed by some really interesting and very changeable energy over the 19th and the 20th. So sort of take life as it comes and be responsive in the moment. As we head towards the first quarter moon, the energetics to review are very much around and the pressure will ease. When we get to the first quarter moon on September the 22nd in Sagittarius, creativity definitely rules the day. The first quarter moon always invites evaluation and review anyway, and the overall astrodynamics on this day suggests that you might feel an underlying sense of urgency or even impatience. So use the energy and channel it well. The lunar connections have a strong flavour of creativity and imaginative potential. So if you harness this, you can actually see what you need to see and take actions to initiate the changes that you desire. We're also now connecting in with the energy of the equinox. In the northern hemisphere, this is the autumn equinox. In the southern hemisphere, it's the spring equinox. This is a natural turning point, and so that energy of shift is very much present. I always feel like if you slow yourself down enough, you can literally feel almost as if the earth pauses for breath before moving into a new cycle. We can use this energy to our advantage if we lean into it and really utilize it for evaluation and shifting our perspectives in order to move things forwards. The waxing gibbous moon then runs from September the 23rd to the 28th, passing through Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. The overall flow of this lunar phase actually feels quite buzzy and active, with a heightened awareness of where you've come from as well as where you may wish to be heading. However, the momentum of the growing moon may not always flow with a consistent pace. So in your attitude, keep a good head on your shoulders and in your actions, hold your course and persevere. On September the 29th, we have a full moon in Aries. An Aries full moon is always set to inspire you to pursue your dreams with passion, and the energy of this full moon will illuminate the areas of your world that are on track and deserve further investment, and also the areas of your life that are not working so well and therefore need an investment of a different kind. The overall astrodynamics of the day suggest an emphasis on relationships and communication. So celebrate the people you love and the dynamics of the joyous and balanced relationships of your world. And if any aspect of imbalance within a relationship shows up, take it seriously and take time to contemplate how best to move this situation forwards in ways that will honour and respect all parties, especially yourself. Now I'm just going to bring up the full moon global timings here so you can check in on what that exact time is wherever you are in the world, because a full moon can be a little bit intense sometimes, and so it's really useful to know when that energy is going to kind of break and shift. We then move into the disseminating or waning gibbous moon phase, which runs from September the 30th to October the 5th, passing through Aries, Taurus, Gemini and then into Cancer. This waning gibbous moon gets off to a dynamic and very fiery start, and as we move into October, even though the input of our beautiful moon is diminishing in speed, this phase is powerful, expansive and very karmic, so hold on to your hats and enjoy the ride. We enter October with an incredibly potent day, and this leads into some hugely practical, grounded, productive energy and activity that can really build in potential. This is definitely a time to be stepping up, not down. The lunar flow of this period always honours steady consistency, so pace yourself and use the dynamic flow at its best. When the moon moves into Gemini, remember that attitude and perspective changes your personal energetic vibration. So enjoy the journey and don't be afraid to sing your own song. And what I would also say is, overall, we really don't have any majorly significant void of course periods. For anyone new to this moon month update, a void of course moon is when the moon is moving between zodiac signs. So the flow of energy is not coloured by the personality, let's say, or the characteristics of that sign. If we have a very long void of course, I always mention it. There are very few long void of course moons. In fact, there's only one of any significance. This happens on October the 5th when the moon moves from Gemini into Cancer, and it's for 6 hours long. The last quarter moon on October the 6th is in Cancer. Now, this last quarter moon is absolutely loaded with the flavour of karmic outcomes, fate and destiny, with the potential for you to see exactly what you need to see, when you need to see it, why you need to see it, and most importantly, what steps you need to take. And given that we are now approaching eclipse season, I would say this is a really important day to listen to yourself, to others and to the larger world around you, and any signs and synchronicities that come your way. So be very conscious of this day, October the 6th. The moon then moves into her balsamic moon or waning crescent moon phase from October the 7th to the 13th, passing through Cancer, Leo, Virgo and then into Libra. Following such a dynamic last quarter moon, the overall astro energy during this phase actually continues with this intensity, holding the flavour of karmic cause and effect. On the 9th, our beautiful moon really does help to ease this intensity. So on this day, on the 9th, if your schedule allows, take a breather and validate just how far you've come on your own personal journey of growth and evolution. As this moon phase continues, the steadying influence of the balsamic flow of energy will actually help you to walk your talk and prepare you for the coming eclipse season and all of the new opportunities that a new moon eclipse will present. Moon Magic Super Souls, thank you for joining me for this moon month update. I hope you found it informative, helpful, and it will help you navigate your month from a position of real awareness. If you are interested in any of the other things that I do, if you'd like to check out my all zodiac sign readings on Patreon, the link is in the description box and in the pinned comments as well. For phone users, I know that's a little bit easier to access through the comments. There's also listings of my books and my cards, my free online library, which looks at all things that are emotional and psychological from my days as a counsellor, a psychotherapist. Do check out anything and everything that may work for you. Beautiful souls, have an amazing moon month, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon, either for more of these moon updates or for some of my ongoing readings. Tons and tons of love to you.